Boomskis. Ladies in the house tonight. Get into it. What's the deal? It's the real, and welcome to What's Your Perspective, an open-ended podcast that welcomes all perspectives. Woo! Hey y'all, how y'all feeling today? So look, I'm feeling cool. I hope y'all are doing good. Yeah, it hasn't been a lot that happened this past week, so I'm gonna just hop straight into it. But of course, y'all know I gotta start with the Super Bowl. Y'all know I got to start with the Super Bowl. So look, Usher's halftime show, I swear to God, bro, if the Ravens and Detroit was playing, bro, Baltimore and Detroit was playing, that would have been a dog-ass game. Whole thing would have went crazy, okay? Yeah, Usher literally had stripper poles, skates, fire, a marching band, a regular band. I'm like, damn, like that was one hell of a show. He had everything, okay? Alicia Keys, Jermaine Dupri, her, Ludacris, everybody. It was just so much going on. And at first, like I'm like, it's too much going on. It looked weird. Like it's just too much. Like I can't focus on one thing. Like it's so much going on. I don't know. It was a beautiful mess, I guess. A beautiful mess is the only thing I can call it. Excuse me. I do feel like it was amazingly put together though. Although it was a lot going on, I do feel like it was amazingly like choreographed with all that stuff going on. All the cues were great. Like it was great. And her did her thing. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like her outfit was low-key better than Alicia Keys' outfit, although I would wear Alicia Keys' outfit like to brunch because I'm that extra. I love her. Her outfit was really cute. I don't know who had the better outfit. Y'all comment below and let me know who had the better outfit to y'all, because I don't know. Even her hair, like her hair was cute. Like I love her hair down to the floor. Ooh. Okay, look, but yeah, and it was also really, really great PR for his album. Yeah, he just dropped an album recently. He actually dropped it on February 9th, which leads me to music. So, Usher, Kanye, and 1999 Right the Future, and Fabio Foreign dropped albums this past Friday. But I'm only gonna review 3 of them because I didn't listen to Fabio Foreign's album. So sorry for the people that listen to Fabio. Don't eat me up, okay? Please. But yeah. So just to get into Usher's album first, since he was already the topic of discussion. Usher's recent album that he dropped was called Coming Home. And I give it like a 9.5 out of 10. I do wish, the only reason I gave it a 9.5 out of 10, yeah, okay. Let's do the positives first. Positive reinforcement. Let's do that first. So, I really enjoyed this body work. I'm not gonna lie. It had no skips. Like, Usher's Coming Home had 0 skips, bro. I swear to God. If you didn't listen to it yet, you need to go listen to it. Mind you, I was gonna listen to these albums anyways because this is what I do. Okay? This is what I do. But yeah, no, it was literally no skips. Like and it's not that I was trying to find like an imperfection in the album. It's just like, everything has its flaws. So like it is what it is type of thing. But nah, this album had no skips. Like it had no skips. Sorry, my rings are on the wrong fingers and it's kind of bothering me. But yeah, this album had no skips. And another thing is, like, I like the features that he had on the album, oddly, because my critique is about the features. But yeah, I feel like this album really did continue my faith in R&B, honestly. Even though I feel like R&B is a genre that has never slipped. Like, even with, SZA, her, Alex Isley, Destin Conrad, Kehlani, like, I don't know, R&B is a genre that just keeps pushing, keeps moving forward. Rap is where it gets questionable. But anyway, yeah, he really did sustain his title as the king of R&B because he did that this album. Once again, I love the features. It has so many bops on it. And I have multiple favorite songs. So my favorite songs from this album was Cold Blooded, Kissing Strangers, and I Am the Party. And mind you, I try to listen to albums 3 times before I like give a review. Anything. I try to do anything 3 times because I feel like the first time it's new. The second time, okay, you giving it a little bit more time to digest. The third time, it's like, oh, yeah, this is what it is. Take it for what it is, take it for what it ain't. This is what it is. So, you gotta give it them 3 times to marinate. Don't apply that to relationships. Don't do that. Everything else, 3-time rule. Boom. So overall, I just give it a 9.5 out of 10. But I do wish it had more seasoned artists on it, kind of like the Super Bowl. Like if he had like Alicia, well, her was on the album. Jermaine Dupri wasn't, Ludacris wasn't. Even if he would have threw like TyDolla on there, that would have been dope. I would have loved to see a Stevie Wonder feature. That would have been heat. I feel like he could have threw a lot more seasoned artists on there just to kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what to call it, but just, I don't know. Give it a seasoned flair. He had Lotto on there. I think he did have Alicia Keys. I gotta double check. He had a few other artists on there. The features were amazing. I just feel like they could have been a little bit more seasoned. But that's just my perspective. So yeah. Moving on to Kanye West and TyDolla's Vultures 1. So, once again, this album was it. I really wanted to give it a 10 out of 10. I swear to God, like, and it's funny because once again, this album had no skips. Like, this is another album that truly and honestly had no skips. And it's crazy to me because I was just watching a video of Kanye talk about how he's happy. Because he posted a video of his wife like 3 or 4 times on his Instagram. I don't follow Kanye no more because I can't follow trolls. I just don't have the capacity to follow trolls on the internet no more. I don't even be on the internet that much. But when I am on the internet, like posting content, do whatever I gotta do, certain stuff I don't have the capacity for. Like, it'll make me delete the app. The point is, I saw something, like a blog reposted it, and he basically was saying like, yeah, I'm gonna post my wife as much as I want to, this, that, and the third. And at the end of the video, he was like, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. Y'all got the album. Y'all got what y'all wanted. And it's a great body of work because I'm happy. And that's dope. And I can see that in the music that he's happy. He sounds like the old Kanye. If you didn't listen to the album yet, go listen to it. Because that man sounds like the old Kanye. And I love that for him. Like, it really did give College Dropout. Maybe College Graduation. Yeah, maybe Graduation. It gave all Kanye. That's the entire point here. It gave all Kanye. I loved it. And TyDolla kind of threw that flair in there, like harmonizing. It didn't even seem overwhelming either. Like, I really couldn't tell this was a collab album. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I felt like it was all Kanye, but I don't know. TyDolla did throw his little flares in there. He did come in the chorus when he needed to. So it wasn't too much. It wasn't too overwhelming. It just really did seem like it was just a full body of work by Kanye, though. So let me know your perspective on it once you go listen to it. But it was a great album, in my opinion. And on top of that, it was an hour long. I feel like bodies of work today, like albums, be like 30 minutes. Like, they're like all 1 minute, 30-second songs. And it'd be like 10 songs. So yeah, this was a quality album. You could definitely listen to it on a run, workout, whatever. This was like an hour and some change. So I love that. I love when people actually drop bodies of work that's hours long. It builds up a great catalog. I love that. But yeah, one thing I do hate every time Kanye drops it. Well, ever since like since he got with Kim, which is irritating, but literally for some years now, Kanye has been dropping albums or dropping songs, and he doesn't include who the features are. Like, it's a song on there with Lil Durk on it, and I know it's Lil Durk, and it just says Kanye West and TyDolla. Like, it's a no feature, and that's irritating because some of the artists on there that I can't recognize their voice. I want to go listen to them, and I can't go listen to them because their name is not featured on there. So yeah, that's irritating. And I know Kanye is all for people, I guess, not, taking his clout or whatever, and that's cool, but for me to have to Shazam the voice, come on. I just don't want to have to do that. Come on, Ye. Come on. Get with the program. Just featuring do-do-do. Whoever. Come on. That's all I need from you, but I digress. Vultures won 9 out of 10. Some of my favorite songs on there is Back to Me and Do It. And I knew Do It had somebody on there. Do It has Nipsey Hussle on there. I don't know if I'm right or wrong because there's no feature name on there. Yeah, there's no feature name. But I'm pretty sure that Do It has Nipsey Hussle on there, which is dope. And I like that song. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. I actually have a lot of favorite songs on that album. And I actually like Talking. Talking, that's a song with Northwest. And you wouldn't know that Northwest is featured because her name is not on it. But yeah, that I actually like that song. Like, I would listen to it outside of the cloud that's around it. It's a good song. I love how they put it together. Kanye, I feel like after a while, people kind of forgot that Kanye is also a producer. Maybe I forgot Kanye was a producer, but the way he put this album together, mwah. No bars. It's mwah, chef's kiss. Like, mwah. Chef's kiss. Like, I love this album. This album was a great body of work. Great body of work, bro. And I wish that Kanye would not necessarily drop more, because I get it, you gotta build up what is that called? I just always had brain farts. I don't know what the word for that is. Maybe I should get like a word a day calendar and I'll never forget any words. But whatever. I get he's building up a rapport by not like speaking for a while, and therefore, generating money behind his name because he didn't, speak for a while. People pay you to speak. But yeah, whatever. I really like the album. It was great. And then moving on to 1999, Rise to Future. And I know y'all wondering, like, who is that? Like, who is that? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know who they were until I saw Smino posted. And because Smino is featured actually on one of my favorite songs off this album. Maybe I need to go see who it is. I'm pretty sure either it's one person or it's a collective group of people. But this was a great album. This was a great album. It's an everything album too. Like, it's an alternative like rap album, which was really dope. Like, I feel like it was all over like the scale. Like, they harmonized, they rapped, they was woke, like they talked about dope. Like, it was everywhere. It touched every bar, every corner of rap possible. Talked about real shit. Like, sprinkled everything in there. Talked about bad bitches, talked about money, talked about real life, talked about hopes, dreams, grinding, like, but on like techno beats. Also, like, it was dope. Like, everybody cadences was crazy. They had Rick Ross on there, Smino, Tiger JK, Offset, Woman Hugh. I don't know who some of those people are, but they sounded amazing. They sounded amazing when they came together. But yeah, I love the diversity of the album. They had a great producer. The beats were outstanding. I'm not even gonna hold you. The producer, whoever their producer is, was amazing. Like, just the way that everything came together, especially because I feel like when you have a pot that big, like, if y'all do go look at the album, wow, I didn't even write the name of the album on here, but if you look up 1999 Rise to Future, then it should be the first album they have on there. But I don't know, like, you know how you mix a bunch of different flavors and it doesn't come out right because it's too much going on? This album was the opposite of that. Like, they mixed so many different artists, so many different sounds, so many different everything, and it came out amazing. Like, it came out great. If you disagree, let me know below. Like, I be wanting to like drive conversation. So, but yeah, I really like this album. This was a great body of work. Also, I think this week was just a great week for music. And it's funny because a lot of people, I was having a conversation with somebody and they was like, what? Kanye dropped? Like, and the only reason they knew Usher dropped because he performed at the Super Bowl and he used that as promo. So yeah, it was a great low-key week for music, which was dope. I liked it. I've had a great time listening to these albums, to these bodies of work over the last few days. So yeah, I have no complaints. But moving on from that, I'm going to get into my top 5 underrated artists of the week. So, boomskis, I know y'all be seeing me shuffle. I'm not gonna edit it out, okay? I'm not. Top 5 underrated artists of the week. So it's out of order from the promo video I'm gonna make, and I know that, but I don't care. So first up is gonna be Tamar Lavelle, and my favorite song by him is Attention. I feel like he's a quality artist that puts his pain into his music. So my friend initially put me onto this artist, and I feel like he's really dope. Like I while listening to it, I feel like you can hear the intentions and hear the work, hear his heart in the music. Like it sounds like he puts his heart on his sleeve in every song. And I like that. I appreciate that. I appreciate raw artists. Yeah. Speaking of raw artists, next up is gonna be D Hen. My favorite song by him is Tape Story. I'm not sure if he just spelled it wrong, like if it was supposed to be tapestry. Because if you take out the O, it spells tapestry. But it says, I guess it's Tape Story with no space. I'm not gonna nitpick though, because I like the song. So yeah, my favorite song by him is Tape Story. And I just honestly feel like he spits real shit on turnt beats, which I like. But one thing about D Hen, I do wish that he dropped more music by himself, because I feel like he just makes all music, a lot of his music with 1UP. He dropped a full tape with 1UP, a few singles with 1UP, which is cool. He has a song with 1UP on all of his EPs. I'm pretty sure he only has one EP, which is what this song is off of. But I don't know. I want to hear him stand alone. I want to hear him with no features. I want to hear a whole body of work with just D Hen on it, so that I can actually dive further into like who this artist is. So yeah. And another thing is, I just feel like he would be a great artist, and I feel like he's becoming a great artist, and I don't want him to just have like clout or a name off of 1UP because he makes so much music with him. Like I want him to be able to come up on his own, which I think is really, really important as an artist. Like you don't want to be just associated with somebody else. That's his man's, I'm pretty sure. And of course they made music together, they made money together, but I don't know. Personally, I just want to hear more music with him by himself. That's just my personal preference. But moving on from that, next up is going to be Jules. My favorite song by her is Love How I Love You. I feel like she is a very, very dynamic artist with an angelic voice. I love her voice. Like, literally, I love her voice. The first few songs I listened to by her, which is crazy, I didn't like them. I loved her singing. Excuse me, but it was just what she was saying that just wasn't. I'm like, this don't match her voice. Like I don't know who's writing this, but I don't know. But then I heard Love How I Love You. I love that song. Like at this point I think I'm gonna play it every day. I love that song. And it's Valentine's Day week, so yeah. I'm just gonna listen to that song like every day. Every day. It's like kind of like a sad song, but I don't care. I love other people being in love, but it's just like me being in love. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't sound right. Ew. But moving on. I like her as an artist though. I hope she keeps dropping. I need to find out like where she's from and stuff. So I can like follow her. I heard journey. Next up is gonna be J113. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. I'm gonna try to like put it on the screen, but it's JA113. Maybe it's I3N. I don't know. I feel like I butchered their name on the promo vid, but and right now. But he's a dope artist though. He's a really, really dope artist. I feel like he's a real MC with real bars and just puts his story and his heart into his music, which is really cool. I think that's something we don't really get the opportunity to see nowadays. But that's something that I really do admire, and something that I will continue to admire about real artists, especially real rappers that don't just rap about the streets. They rap about their real life, love, their experiences. I think that's cool. And you know what? I'm not gonna knock anybody who, the streets might be their story. The streets might be, what their life is, and that's cool. But I mean, I like both. I appreciate both, but I really like him as an artist. My favorite song by him is New Love. And then last but not least, this might actually be my favorite artist on this week's drop. It's gonna be Jay Graham. My favorite song by them is Imperfect. And it's just like, honestly, their whole package, sound, bars, intentions, fire. I feel like this is just a whole anti-Valentine's Day song list. Literally, I feel like it's all anti-love. Maybe I made this list with bias, but they are still dope artists though. So I think that's what's important here. That's what's important. I'm not anti-love. Y'all. I promise. I love other people being in love. Okay, I promise. But yeah, I really like this artist. So go listen to that song by Jay Graham, Imperfect. I really, really like this song. I really like it. But yeah, so that concludes everything I have for music this week. Okay, so now let's get into entertainment this week. So, maybe I should have put Usher in this part, but whatever. Yeah. So Abott, oh my God, I love this show. Finally, real TV, y'all. I told y'all that I was gonna start talking about real TV now, because I'm over it. I've been over reality TV. I never really watched it, but now it's real shows that are coming back on. I love that. But yeah, Abott is one of my favorite shows. And I don't know if this is season 3 or 4. I really couldn't tell you, which might be a bad thing, but whatever. I love this show. And I love that Janine is moving on up. I love that she's she's on the school board now, which is cool. Love that for her. She's moving on up in the world. And of course, it was hilarious, per usual. I love this show. I forgot the name of the principal. Y'all know I'm bad with names. But the principal had me crack up because, girl, why you want to do your job now? Because Janine on the board. But it was funny though. Like I said, it was hilarious, per usual. Love this first episode of the season for Abott. But another Super Bowl thing. It was great Super Bowl PR because Jalen Green, I hope I'm not saying his last name wrong, but I know his first name is Jalen. But yeah, it was great Super Bowl PR because although the Eagles they weren't in the Super Bowl, it's a football player that was, came to their career day, which was dope. So now moving on to raising Kanan. So what I thought was gonna happen is kind of coming to fruition. Everybody either dying or going to jail. I deep down, I knew that they weren't gonna kill Lou. I kind of knew that they were gonna take him to a rehab. But yeah, but he did a lot. He did a lot. But that is her brother. That is Rock's brother. So I do get it. But yeah, I like how they did that though, and I love that everybody's staying solid and nobody is snitching. And it's crazy to me that famous mama truly and honestly snitched on him. And it's no way, because why would you bring that man gun to a police station? Like, come on. When he moved out, every time he went in that room, it wasn't a gun. But when he moves in, you find a gun. Like, come on. Like, it's no way you thought you was doing the right thing. It's no way you thought you were doing it. Like, it's what? You couldn't have thought you were doing the right thing. Like, girl, and I wish, like, my mama wouldn't even do that. She's the most cautious person on earth. She would never just take the guns to the police station. Like, what? You snitching on your son. And then famous mama sat in the room with him and said, just tell them the truth. Just tell them the truth. Ooh, like, I don't know. I don't understand. Certain people just not cut for certain things. And once again, I be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, maybe she's just a person that can't handle having tough conversations, which is understandable. But for you to take your son's gun to a police station after he told you, Ma, I've been in some bad stuff, some stuff that I really regret, but this, that, and the third, and you still went in his stuff, invaded his privacy, took his gun and took it to the police station. Now he's going to jail for murder. 25 to life. You just lost your son like that. I don't understand. So it's gonna be a crazy next season. I hope that he finally meets Ghost and Tommy this season, because I'm kind of sick of it. Like, but another thing, I'm like, okay, in 50 head, it's probably like, okay, once Kanan meets Ghost and Tommy, the show's over. So yeah, I get that. But I still feel like he can like string it along. But I don't know. I'm not a writer of the show, so I could also be wrong. So yeah. And last but not least, y'all already know, it's almost over, y'all. I really thought I was gonna be reviewing Young and Reckless this week, but it's not till next week. So of course, ending it off with the Baddies reunion. Blah. It's gonna be real short and sweet. The Baddies East reunion is played out per usual. And you know what? Biggie really did smack the fuck out of Smiley. Like, Biggie really smacked the fuck out of her. And it was so funny to me. I was cracking up. Why I replay that shit about 5 times? I was crying laughing because Biggie really stood on that. She standing on business. Like, she really did that. I was crying laughing, bro. But Smiley deserved it, especially because I'm like, I know she's not crazy or delusional. I know the cast is not crazy and delusional because everybody's saying the same thing. The medical issue she had, I'm like, okay, they bullying her. But then everybody came out like she doing do-do-do. And then when she denied medical attention in Jamaica, that's when I knew. She's a faker. Because what? Get your stomach pumped. You're a drunk. Like, come on. But once again, that's just my perspective. I'm not even about to go tell y'all to watch the show because it's not good. It's not quality. I gotta see it through. I just gotta see it through to the end. But yeah, and then at the end, they had a gang fight. At that point, like, it was just a bunch of girls fighting. I didn't know who was coming from what angle, left, right, bottom, side, up, down. Like, I don't even know what triggered all that, for real. Well, I guess E.T. coming out and trying to swing on Natalie, but for what? Like, I don't even understand the rationale behind her doing that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't be on the internet like that, so if they was like internet thugging, internet beefing, I wouldn't know anything about it. But whatever. I hope that they don't drag out this last episode and it's not 3 parts to the reunion, because it really doesn't need to be. They could have cut all that stuff down to like 20 minutes at most. They did too much. Per usual. But I'm looking forward to BMF coming back on, continuing to watch Abott, and Raising Kanan coming on almost a year from now. They need to bring P Valley back. Yeah, and I'm mad that they canceled rap shit. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to see what entertainment has for me next. But that is all that I have for entertainment this week. So next up is gonna be sports. So I already talked about the Super Bowl and how the halftime show went, but let's get into the actual game. So I'm pissed. I'm pissed about my parlays. I don't even care who won. I don't care who lost. Because I was over it once I seen that the city lost. Once I seen that Detroit wasn't going to the Super Bowl, I was over it. But at the end of the day, none of my parlays hit. And I was pissed. Pissed. And I'm done betting. I'm done. Like, seriously, I'm finished. I'm not going back. None of that. I'm done betting. It pissed me off. It pissed me off real bad, and I'm tired of losing my parlays. Yeah, I'm tired of losing my parlays. It seems like I just have a strange alliance to losers. And I am losers. So I'm done betting. Real bad. I'm done betting. I can't. I can't. Like, I have a strange alliance to myself at this point. And honestly, I'm just even more pissed that Travis Kelce didn't score, because this whole thing with Taylor Swift and all the PR and her dropping the album, all that stuff with the Grammys and all that, for him to not score, like, bro, be for real. They done pushed this Patrick Mahomes stuff, and I get it. Like, I guess it was supposed to come down to either Patrick Mahomes or Travis Kelce being MVP. We all knew who it was going to be. Patrick Mahomes was going to be MVP regardless if Travis Kelce made a touchdown. I don't care. Because the way that Patrick Mahomes was able to even run the ball as far as he did, he hit over the amount of rushing yards I needed him to get. He's not even he's a quarterback. Like, a quarterback with rushing yards. He had more rushing yards than, not more than Travis Kelce, but this is one player I was pissed. Point is, I was pissed. I'm not gonna dwell on it though. I'm really trying to let it go. Mind you, it's days after the Super Bowl right now, and I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed. And I'm probably gonna be pissed till I win a parlay, which is never. So I'm not betting no more. Please, whoever sees this, please help me stand on that. Please. I don't have a problem. I don't. I just have a lot of faith in myself and a lot of faith in the people I watch hoop or ball out, whatever you're doing. I don't care if you're hitting a hockey puck. But I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have faith in these people. Maybe I should stop. I don't know, but whatever. And you know what? It's crazy to me, for real, like, honestly, how the Chiefs came back like that. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, like, with football, I feel like it's a lot more difficult to, like, unless you have constant crazy interceptions, like, it's kind of difficult to come back. I don't know. Depending on how I go, but it's like a back and forth. I don't know. But they did have a crazy comeback though. Crazy comeback story. So that was cool. I like that. But I think it was more so serving once again the Patrick Mahomes comeback story, which, you know, further like pushes the MVP like ordeal for him. Which is cool. Shout out to him. I don't know who won MVP or none of that other stuff. I really didn't care either, because once again I didn't even care who made it to the Super Bowl past the Lions. Shout out to them boys. Next year they gonna win. Next year they taking it home. But yeah, I didn't care. I turned it off. Once I seen none of my parlays hit and Patrick Mahomes made that touchdown and they didn't go into a double overtime because they had to kick it, I was done. I was over it. I was completely over it. I was flabbergasted. Because that's all I needed was 5 more yards from somebody else and Travis Kelce to like make a touchdown. I digress. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm not gonna dwell on it. But shout out to Dog. I don't know his name. Shout out to Dog from Southfield that plays on the Chiefs though. He got a Super Bowl ring his rookie year, which is really cool. So yeah, that's great for him. I'm happy, you know, to see the city always winning. Okay, I feel like Detroit been on the run for a while now. Love to see that. They said if you can make it in Detroit, you can make it anywhere. Just saying. Just saying. But moving on to the basketball standings, I don't have lady hoops this week, which is super unfortunate. I was kind of busy this week, so I didn't get a chance to like dive into that. But I briefly got a chance to get into the men's NBA hoops, men's NBA, the NBA hoops, and the current standings. So the Eastern Conference, the Celtics still number one. I think I feel like they're gonna make it to the championship again. I think they're gonna run March Madness, but I low key feel like the Warriors gonna come back. So that's my prediction, that the Celtics is gonna play the Warriors in the playoffs. And at the All-Star game, let's see who bring home a ring. But yeah, the Celtics are currently 41-12. And this is the Eastern Conference. The Cavs are 35-17. The Bucks are 35-19. The Knicks are 33-20. And the 76ers are 36-21. So yeah, those are the current standings for the Eastern Conference. And then for the Western Conference, the Timberwolves are 36-16. The Clippers are 35-16. OKC. That was super low. But OKC is 36-17. The Nuggets are 36-18. And the Pelicans are 32-22, which is kind of surprising to me. So shout out to them. I feel like they've been really consistent this year. Let's see if they make some shake. I'm kind of excited to see the Pelicans ball out. But yeah. But Wemby scored another triple-double versus Toronto, which was dope. You know, he always come through. Wemby never disappoints me on the parlays. Like, and it's crazy to me how everybody is on this Wemby bandwagon now, when I was the main one saying that he was a good player. Like, he was quality, a great player, actually, a great rookie. He's still a rookie. I think people are forgetting that. And he averaged like 20, high 20s. He averaged over a dub per game, which is crazy to me. Like, any night he can have a triple-double, literally. But on the other end, Brandon Miller keeps pissing me off because bro wants to ball out every time I don't bet on him, which pisses me off. Every time I put him at 15, he scores 12. Come on. Be so for real. Like, it's annoying, bro. Like, it's irritating. He just needs... I just feel like he's a rookie that just needs to build a little bit more consistency. I guess that's something he just hasn't got the opportunity to get the hang of yet, which is cool. I get it. He's a rookie. But yeah. Yeah. It's doing pretty well. I love that for them. I hope to continue to watch them boys ball out. But that is all I have for music, entertainment, and sports this week. And I just have one question. What's your perspective?